Hey everyone, it's Keela here with another kit busting video. I'm still working with the September 2017 Man Scrap kit. Whilst it was still out on my desk, I felt inspired to create something else. In the paper scraps, I had lots of the branding strips left over. So before I started filming, I cut out a heart from a stencil that I'd made myself, and also punched ready to do some hand stitching. So I did all that off camera before I started. Now I'm just attaching some of these branding strips and also other, paper scraps that I'll cut into some strips to the heart. I think this is a really good way of using up small scraps, some of those branding strips that you just don't want to throw away. So that's what I'm doing here. And then after I've done this, I will show you the complete heart. But I then go off camera and hand stitch the large heart in the background, which I do in a hot pink colour to match the pink in the papers that I'm using. This video is actually a really short video, but I think it's because quite a bit of it I had to do off camera, because otherwise you would have been sat here for forever watching me just attach strips to a piece of card or doing my stitching on the layout. But I'm actually really happy with how the layout came together. It's quite a simple one, so it'd be nice if you all give it a go as well. In fact, it is one that the layout itself I've kind of made before. I think it were for a stick it down sketch, so it's very similar to that one, but obviously I've put my own spin on it a little bit with the hand stitching. So I've nearly, so I've done the hearts, I've hand stitched off camera, and now I'm going to start bringing in embellishments in my photo. The photo that I picked is one of my daughter Darcy. It's quite a recent photo actually. It was taken, I think, last month. We was walking to the shops and she was pushing her dolly in the pram. I quite like this photo for this layout because there's a lot of pink in the photo, so I think it works really well with the pink in the in the papers that I've used. So I've had a look through the ephemera. I did think I was going to use this Today's the Best Ever piece, but I don't actually end up using it on the final layout. I was having a look for a title and I came across this this bow. It has some yellow in it, so I thought it coordinated quite well with the yellow in the heart. Now, I did pull these out from November 2017 kit. They are from the Glitter Girl range, so they work really well with this page. And I've gone for the love word for my title. It's still a kit that I need to use up, so I'm quite pleased to use one of the words off of there. And I do pull in some tissue paper from my scrap paper bin, just to back my photo, because within the paper scraps there isn't really any a big enough piece of paper to to back my photo, so I've gone for some tissue paper for this one, so I put that on the back of the photo, just for a little border. It's very subtle, and you can still see the papers on the heart through it, so it's not covering up too much of that. And once I've done that, I do decide to pop up the pattern paper heart and my photo on some foam, just to create some dimension, a bit of shadowing on the page. I don't really add many embellishments to this layout. I think there's quite a lot going on in the pattern paper heart, so I didn't want it to look too busy. For those of you that have seen my layouts I've made before, you'll know that I do like to keep things quite minimal. So I don't really stray away from what I normally like to do, just to use up the kit. I'd rather it stretch for quite a few more layouts yet, as I've got quite a few other ones planned. I'm now just sticking everything back down, and the layout is now more or less finished. I do pull out some of the enamel dots, and I use 2 of the navy hearts. I've put a pink one down at the moment, which I do change to a navy one, just because I think it pulls out the navy in the heart, the big heart, a little bit. So yeah, that's more or less the layout all finished. Thank you again for watching, and I'll be back again soon with another layout.